Yeah, right. And Bo said he read all day. Okay.
A picture worth 1,000 words, though. So he's like, if I just look through a couple pictures, I'm like,
okay. Big shout out to Beyonce. She's now the greatest Grammy recipient of all time. 33 or 32. She also, I read, Boo, has been nominated more times than anybody in the history of the Grammys. 80-something times, I think.
Does that make her the greatest songstress of all time?
No, she's
not
greatest
award. Just awards.
I just want to see where y'all coming from.
Just awards.
She the GOAT.
In reference to the awards. In reference to the awards.
I wouldn't say so.
In reference to the awards.
But who would you say the GOAT is?
Songstress? Ooh,
yeah.
Man.
Patti LaBelle.
Who the songstress?
Man. A woman that like really. Who I would think the greatest
woman that can sing. A woman singer.
I'm saying, but who?
Not Luther.
I'm saying who he said.
No, I was asking. No, I was asking. Does he say Beyonce
has taken us through more different genres of music than most people that I could say. Like if you go back to like Aretha Franklin's or who did you say?
Patti LaBelle.
You know, and even them, they have a genre that's like they might have started in the 60s. And then you got more of a doo-wop, and then something like even if you listen to the Isley Brothers, you can take them back to the doo-wop, and then they get to the more soul. They got funk.
I think
80s. You know what I'm saying? They got different songs.
I
and
think.
different vibes.
I think you'd be more closer to accurately describing somebody if it were not the GOAT. It was the GOT, greatest of their time.
Greatest of their time. I like that, DC.
TT.
Greatest of their time.
Let's patent
I like that.
Now,
greatest of their time. That's it. I'm going to start using that.
Here first, February 7th, 2023. Anybody says it after that?
DC Curry said it.
What does it stand for again?
GOTT, greatest of their time.
All right.
Greatest of their time. I like that.
The first person is greatest of my time. Well, that's GOMT. So they interview like, is you the GOT? I'm like, no, I'm the GOT. I'm the GOT. I'm the greatest of my time.
That would eliminate a lot of
them. You need to trademark that.
Exactly the same.
You need to trademark that. Buy that trademark.
Let's just stick with what he said.
Greatest.
And hope people see it. And then we can super rice in case somebody else uses it. We'll do that one.
GIM, greatest in my mind. GIMM.
The GIM. I'm the GIM. The GIM.
But I
in my mind.
Can I say this? Black Americans now, we're the greatest in basketball. We're the greatest in football. Now we're the greatest in Grammys.
Always been with that.
You know what I'm saying?
Ain't nothing new.
Oscars are the only thing we got left.
We coming for it.
Samuel Jackson should have that because his movies that he's made over his years probably had made more money. Eddie Murphy was the biggest money maker. But I think Samuel Jackson movie now should have.
Samuel don't do the leading part.
The highest paid actor right now is Dwayne Johnson.
I'm saying that.
Samuel Jackson never was.
No. Hold on, I'm saying the amount of money that Samuel Jackson's movies have made over a period of time is more than Dwayne Johnson does.
I'm gonna tell you why I disagree. And I know this for a fact.
He been in more movies.
Yeah, he's been in more movies.
And the money make more.
And you know how he gets them roles?
He get roles that are supposed to be white people.
No, he's cheaper than everybody. I'm telling you what I know.
I'm saying.
So he gets in. If they doing a multi-million-dollar movie, Sam used to go in just to get a movie.
Right.
He said, I do it for $4 million.
Yeah,
he said that.
Yeah.
He said that. So that doesn't mean he makes the movie. He just attaching himself
that's what he does.
to the best projects, which is smart.
Yeah, I ain't saying he
that was a good strategy.
I said the movies he's been in has made more money than any other actor in Hollywood.
But not because,
check it out.
Not because he's
the draw.
But I'm proud of him.
I'm saying he's the draw.
I'm proud of him, and I'm gonna tell this story.
I'm not saying he's the draw.
I'm proud of him. I'm gonna tell this story. After he did the first movie with Spike Lee, I was in Columbia, South Carolina.
Oh,
me and Joe Torre. And the owner of the club came in the dressing room, said, DC, there's a guy out here, don't have $20 to get in. It's about 25 years ago.
Probably 30, because that was school days. That was 30.
Okay, 30 years ago.
Yeah, that's school days, yeah.
Guy out here don't have money to get in, but he said he's an actor.
Right.
I said, he said he know me? He said, no, but he said he think you would let him in. I said, well, who is it? He said, I don't know. I said, well, go find out who he is. I don't know who he would be. I don't know about it. So the guy went back out there and came back and he said, well, he said he was in Spike Lee movies. So that was Spike Lee's first movie. So I was like, who the hell is Spike Lee?
Right.
So Joe Torre was like, oh man, gone with that bullshit. Me and Joe finna do the show.
Right.
Guy went out there again, came back in. He said, the guy's name is Samuel Jackson. So I looked at Joe. I said, you know him, Joe? He said, no. I said, I don't know no fucking Samuel Jackson. He said, well, he swear he just got his movie career started. He did this movie with Spike. I said, man, let him in.
Wow.
It took you the third time. You was real, but you was like, I ain't
know. Nobody knew.
Yeah, man, you want
He came in the room, and Joe Torre
to attach yourself to just anybody.
He came in the room, and I talked to him. He said, I just did a movie. I was okay, good. Congrats, brother. Congrats. And he said, it's Sam Jackson. He said, can I get a drink? He saw the liquor and stuff. I said, go ahead. Joe said, man, fuck him. Get the fuck out. Who the fuck is it? This? I said, Joe, come on, man. Let the brother have it.
Right.
It was Sam Jackson, man.
And look, he worked hard. And
all I'm saying is,
It says
Hey, look at
It says Samuel L. Jackson is the highest grossing actor in Hollywood history.
I just said negativity.
Grossing. Highest grossing
movies. I think he's
actor
done
in
like
Hollywood
40
history.
something movies, but he's not the highest paid.
Right, grossing.
no, I ain't saying about pay.
He's on
I
the
said
highest
the
grossing.
movies he's been in
And then-
made more money than any other movies. And
But then when we was
63
talking about
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
movies.
But what
Black
are you
people,
saying? Are you saying it's because of him?
No, I'm saying black people is a history. We're showing what our power is and our influence is. We're the best. We're the best in hip hop. We're the best in everything in America. Soccer, we're getting up there too. I mean, track and field. Black people is taking over everything that white people created. I didn't want to say this. This is
Not
what
Formula
I wasn't
One.
trying to say. This is what part I wasn't trying to say.
Not Formula One.
Everything that, yeah, Lewis Hamilton. Yeah, he up there, brother. But what
Formula
I'm
One.
trying to say is everything that white people created, black people in this America, behind what we came from, what we deal with, we're the number one in
First off,
everything that they have.
the white people
We're number
didn't
one.
create it.
So why
Thank you.
why do we have to wait in white America right now when there's equal opportunity for blacks and Asian, gays, everything? Why can't black people have a network that is showcasing all our greatness? All of the why we can't watch a network that's got all of our greatness, all of everything we doing?
'Cause the white networks are gonna pay more.
They do got networks like that. We just don't support them.
We're taking over. We're number one in all the sports.
We do
white
got
networks
we
are
do
gonna
got
pay
networks.
Even tennis. Serena Williams.
We're not number one in all the sports.
We're not.
We're not number one in golf.
Okay,
We're not number one in tennis.
Sack tossing. Okay, we ain't got there yet. But we're not
Sack
golf.
tossing.
We're not
Race
hockey
car
yet. We're not-
driving,
skiing.
Lewis Hamilton is the greatest race car driver in any history.
I think we would win
that's-
Lewis
Lewis
Hamilton. Car
Hamilton.
drive.
Hold on.
They
Lewis
just need
Hamilton.
the police on the racetrack.
Let's-
They just had the sirens going at all times.
let's look
We
at
would
how-
win every one of them races. They don't got
Let's
no
look at
sirens.
how
And
we've
they'll
done
win
it.
every
Lewis
one.
Hamilton learned the game from playing it on PlayStation. He learned all the courses in the world, and when he got out there, he played on play. When he got out there and drove him, he knew everything that he was doing on PlayStation. So I'm saying, give us our greatness, but where's the network that's all? We got ESPN.
You keep
that's showing-
on, Bo.
We
You
got
keep
ESPN
on.
that's
You
showing
keep
all
on
of
using
us.
this word all. See, that's where you slipping up.
Well, what else we ain't got
Of
besides-
course, black folk have done some things, but here's the thing, and I'm being as truthful as I can
We
be.
did network.
No. Don't try to get at me because you don't know where the hell I'm thinking. What I'm saying is the reason black folk dominate in most physical oriented sports is because of slavery, brother. During slavery, they bred for us to be stronger, to get more work done. So after we were free, that's why the average black person as a race is strong. Because when we were enslaved, they were breeding us. So they put the big, strong woman with the big, strong man trying to get the big, strong baby.
Yeah.
And
that's why we love our women.
200
brought a lot of women into us.
200 years later.
Here we are.
200 years later, you got shot.
No problem. We'll problem.
And in general, black folk, if a white woman and a black woman knuckle up, and I never seen either one of them, and you ain't showing them to me now.
So you betting
9 times out of 10, if I was betting, who would you bet on?
That black woman got
You
that.
better always bet on black.
Because black folk have been bred for
I'm going to bet on the one with the least amount of money.
Strength.
I'm going to bet on the one. If it's a white girl that's poor as hell and
now
a black woman
you
that's
talking
got
about
money.
there you go. You talking about
Economics.
possibility.
Economics.
All black folk can't whip all white.
Because I'm sure
That's possible.
as nice as
But in
Kamala
all-
is, as hip as Kamala seemed to be, I'm sure she'll get her ass whooped by some poor white trash.
I don't know. I don't know.
You talking about
I
Some
don't
poor
know.
white trash. I guarantee some poor white
You
trash.
talking about
I'm not gonna
possibility.
know that.
I
But
saw
I
the
will say
video
this to
where the white
piggyback
girl
on-
at Waffle House went to work and beat the
Beat
hell
the
out of
sleeves on it. Beat the she like, oh,
So
you
that's
you
a
want-
possibility.
That's
I'm
a
just
possibility.
saying,
But
in
probability.
a natural, you assume.
Hard times make hard people.
I mean, like I said, I look at my niece. I went to Charlotte this past weekend. You know, she ain't done nothing immaculate to be training, but she was clearly the better player in a majority white league. You know, a better player. She's clearly the better player. She scored the most points. I mean, she just got a lot of stuff that's just.
And I think
natural.
it's a result of having been bred
You know,
when they were breeding us
yeah,
to make
Yeah.
better young slaves.
yeah, just natural.
All I'm saying is why we don't have a network that's dedicated to what we have all the accomplishment. We can be a ESPN, NBC, ABC of black achievement because we're doing it.
Call Byron
Why
Allen up.
white
He
people
trying.
making so much money on us? They just going to the state and fill them up. We the one out there on the field. We the one out there on the court. We the one out there in the tennis. We
They
out there in the
control
baseball.
the currency.
We everything. But why is it so hard for us to find a dedicated network that people will support?
Well, you had
Black.
BET.
They ain't doing none of
They
that though.
control. Listen,
They
they
play the
control the
music. They
revenue
play
and the
the-
They're
currency.
not
They
highlighting
are.
our greatness. That's for sure.
They not.
They
We
ain't
don't have a
highlighting our
show,
greatness.
DC. We got Michael Strahan
Well, Byron Allen
and
or
all
something.
these guys on all these different networks. Why would have a black network on ESPN that's highlighting sports where it's the best, biggest money maker in the world, sports?
Man, let me.
We got the best NBA players. We got the WNBA. We got the best
Man,
soccer. We got the best fighting.
Well, have you guys,
MMA, everything. Why can we have a supportable?
Because they
network?
control the revenue. Okay, have you? If you guys
ESPN.
hold on. If you
Hold
guys
on.
go to Netflix,
Hold on.
hold on.
I'm gonna show you right there. I'm gonna show you right there. I know you're gonna say that. I know you're gonna say that. I know you're gonna say that.
Let him
What am I
say
about
it
to
though,
say?
because I don't know what he gonna say.
I don't either. I don't
Let
know.
him
What
say
I'm
it.
saying is, when you see people like that control the revenue, if you go to Netflix, they got this thing called Gunther's Million. It's about a German Shepherd who died in the 90s, but they bred him.
Right.
This dog is worth $400 million.
Yeah.
And we make a big deal about some of our celebrities. Like that just lets you know, like, dog, how in the world a dog who they got his own chef and everything's worth $400 million? It's just a disparity. It's not like we don't want it. It's not like we ain't got the ingenuity to do it. It's just that at a certain point when they control the currency and the revenue, it's just going to be hard. You know what I'm saying? They get
So
that-
what you say?
They, it don't. It's not about color
gave-
no more.
I
When
gave
you
him
say
time.
they,
I
and
gave
you
him
talking
time.
about rich elite.
I'm saying white.
It's whoever got that money. If you a
White
billionaire
people got
and you
the money.
black, I'm saying, but Oprah Winfrey is included in that $400 million
How much
population.
Oprah? I'm gonna give you this. I love it when people bring up Oprah Winfrey and LeBron. How much is Oprah Winfrey worth?
I'm saying
3 big, 4 big.
she ain't the
Oh,
only
okay.
black
No.
billionaire.
Let me finish though. If you're gonna bring up Oprah, I'm gonna tell you that's the thing. That's Oprah. That's one of our. We look at Oprah like, man, she's a billionaire. Okay, that's Oprah now. If I mention, y'all know Oprah, she's a billionaire, and I guess she's worth what, 3-4 billion?
Yeah.
2.5 billion.
2.5. If I say Gail Benson right now, y'all gonna be like, who the hell is that? Does anybody know
Ain't
who Gail
Gail
Benson?
That's
Oprah
her best
Hold
friend.
on, Oprah Winfrey.
Everybody
No.
know that's George Vincent's sister.
No, it's not.
No.
Exactly. Gail Benson is the owner of the
CBS.
Saints. No, she's the owner of the Saints. Now pull up how much Gail Benson is worth and what her title is.
$7 billion.
No,
Talking about the white lady?
I don't know.
Gail
See, y'all,
Benson.
y'all going off on all these tangents, but I don't know what your point is. What's your
My
point?
point is like white people have been able to put themselves in a position to control the revenue and the currency, and when you do that, they get.
Here's my response to that, and I'm as radical as they come. I'm as radical as they come. We are in a better position now as black folk than we have ever been.
I totally agree with that.
So you can't expect overnight for us to own the networks. You can't expect
that's
overnight.
my point.
We just not too long ago we just got into baseball in the major league.
That's my
point. We
point.
just got into football. So like I said, we done come a long ways, man.
We just gotta just continue to go.
So you think, and then too, if you look at the numbers, if you had a totally, she just looked it up, 50-something million out of over 350 million people in the United States. If you look at that in its totality, sure, it's enough for us to make money, but why would you exclude yourself from the other 300 and something million people in America that you could produce dollars from?
Yeah,
I like the way you brought that up. That's a slick way to put it in. But look at it. If black people own a network, you got shows like that BMF out there, #1 show people watch. Okay, you can see it's terrible. You got all the reality shows out there that's owned by different networks. But we are controllers of the sports, and that's the biggest number in the world. So we had a network that had a sports division and can bring in all of the shows that black people are making that we're spreading out to other networks. Okay? We're spreading out to other networks. But we have one network that we're controlling. Our economy will grow substantially, man.
That's what
entertainment
BET was.
The biggest, huh?
That's what BET was.
But they didn't maximize the opportunity of what they didn't bring it all in.
I disagree. How much Johnson sell it for?
$2 billion.
And you think that's not maximized? You think it's worth more?
The content that they're showing.
Well, he don't own it.
They're trying now. But I'm saying if we are the #1 thing that people watching, with #1 videos, with #1 music, with #1 movie actors, with #1 everything, let's get us a network that draws all that in right there. It ain't gonna accomplish.
That's a whole lot. That's a whole lot easier said than done.
It's like building a black Wall Street.
Listen,
it's like bringing all of it to one location.
He sold it for
now,
$3 billion.
if white people want to watch it, you watch it. Okay. But if you want to do white shows too. And I'm saying you got the content now.
So you don't think him selling BET for $3 billion wasn't a come up?
He sold to CBS.
All I'm saying is this.
But he sold to CBS, so now they control the content, what goes on there.
But
so it's all.
Boy, I hear all that. But let's just say.
Please buy Chrissy
somebody
K
sees
for $3 billion.
DC, and I know DC is all about the culture and all that, and they go, DC, hey, look, we love it, but we want to bring DC and just his production crew for a total of $15 million a year. Them dudes are gonna be. DC's gonna probably get up and leave and bring Will and all these guys with them, and it won't be no hard.
He gonna take me too.
No, I'm putting it out there that he got to go with a whole different host. Maybe. But I know your number's $1 billion.
That's good reasoning, but you're very wrong.
Okay. All right. So you wouldn't leave for $15 million?
And leave everybody else here?
No,
I wouldn't.
Take them to you.
No, I wouldn't.
Okay.
Because if they gonna give him $15 million, all he gotta do is take $14 million. And we all good. He's like,
I take the $15 million. I said, them niggas come with me, and I just pay them.
Right.
I like the way you think.
I'm good. You keep $14 million.
And I keep my seat right here beside DC.
Okay.
I'm right here.
Good to know.
I might have been the last to come, but I won't be the first to go.
Yeah, I mean,
but that's not gonna solve the issue he's talking about.
No.
But I'm gonna tell you my opposition to his idea. He's saying, why can't we be black and control all this? My fight is for inclusion, equitable inclusion. So I don't have to own the network, but if, according to his theory, which I agree with, the black players are making the network all the money, then the money ought to be distributed in a fair way.
Right.
Because all the
That's
black
what I'm
athletes
saying.
have to say is, I'm sponsored by you, Nike. I'm not going to wear your shoes unless you help us create this network. We're making you money. Look here, LeBron James, when he came out of high school, before he ever played an NBA game,
Right.
he made $90 million on a contract from Nike. $90
It was
million
45
before he ever played on the NBA.
That was the second contract.
Before he
It was
got
45
drafted.
million.
No, it was $90 million.
It was 45 million.
It was $90 million.
And you say that to say what?
I'm saying,
It was 45 million.
if the athletes who are making this money, we're the one that spectators are watching. How many white players you see on the field, on the court? So if the black players say, hey, we the one making you money, we need you to support a network for us. That's just, I don't care about how much white people make off on the other side, but we need a network that's us, that we control content on, that was shown.
I disagree with that.
Okay, you
Because
can
I'm not
all you want
about
to.
exclusion. I'm saying include me at a fair price in your network. And then when we get enough
Yeah, because the white boys do be blocking
we
now.
get enough capital
White
to
boys be
own
blocking.
our own, then, you know, I'm in. But in the meantime, I'm producing this money. Black college athlete producing all this money,
Right.
and then the coach make $2-3 million. He don't make nothing.
Right.
I'm saying
I'm glad for NIL deals.
equitably include me in this project.
Yeah.
And then at some point, I'll be able to own the project.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna equitably include you.
Yeah.
And if you, as a white man, if y'all are 1%
Right.
of the revenue production,
Right.
then expect to get 1% of the money.
In the next
But
10 years.
don't have black folk dominating
In,
the production of money in sports.
In the next
and
10 years.
receiving a minimum amount of money. I'm just saying be fair and equitable with your distribution of the profits. I don't have to own the umbrella to keep from getting wet, brother.
I'm predicting in the next 10 years the black generational wealth gap is definitely going to close because now that you're playing these black players in the college, these NIL deals, all you need is like somebody that they're related to that can come up with something. They'll have the money to patent it. You know, for years, you know, somebody that's black always had an idea, but you couldn't put no money behind it. Now, okay, if I got a nephew, man, the nephew's making $90,000 for an NIL deal, and you can go to banks and get the loan. So I'm expecting that to really close.
And don't say black folk invented everything good.
I ain't said they invented. I said
white folk invented some good
I didn't say
stuff.
they invented. I said everything they invented, we have conquered them.
Name one.
Polyester. If it hadn't been for that,
Straight up the
you still be picking cotton.
It's poly is an African word.
Matter of fact, I got one for you.
Esther
I got
is
one
from
for you.
Mississippi.
That's a black lady too. Esther is a black lady too.
I got one for you.
Polyester. That's two esters.
I got another.
Two esters standing next to each other make a polyester. That's two esters.
Curling iron.
Who?
Curling iron.
White folks made that.
Black folks.
Man, what's that white
The one you lay the one you lay on the fire.
Okay, for America, that was curling iron.
Curling iron. The curling iron. The one you lay on the fire.
Curl iron.
The one you lay on the fire. You take out the fire and curling iron.
What about bow and arrow?
Oh yeah, we were doing that way. That's how we had to eat.
How you say bow and arrow?
Bow and arrow.
That's Indian.
Burn.
That's Indian.
But no. Well, we had to eat two back before the Indian.
We had what?
We had to eat two before the Indian. So you had to shoot something from a distance.
What
Bow and
about
arrow.
maybe we
Slingshot.
some of the Indians?
Slingshot.
The bow and arrow
Right.
was derived from the slingshot.
So let me ask you this: why was Tarzan,
Oh my God.
who was born to a white and black mama, left him in the jungle?
A white
left
and black
You talking about
mama.
the
Yeah,
movie
no,
Tarzan?
I'm saying.
Or you talking about the real life?
The real Tarzan. He was left by
the
a
real
white
Tarzan.
mama
Okay.
and a white mama and a white daddy. I'm sorry.
You talking about
Why
the real
would two
one.
white parents leave their child in the jungle and take off, and now the child is raised by gorillas? The gorilla is breastfeeding the child. They taking him in like it's one of them. But black people,
Ladies and
living
gentlemen.
around the animals all this time.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen,
We can't communicate with it.
we have to go,
But now the gorilla is
what's happening, y'all? It's your boy, Uncle Elroy. It's DC Curry asking you to subscribe to DC Curry TV on YouTube. Hear my radio broadcast on a weekly basis. DisRace, no hate, but no fear. DisRace don't cost you nothing, but I need your subscription. DC Curry TV on YouTube. No hate, but no fear.